Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make this beautiful dress. So over here I've got my non-stretch cotton fabric and I am going to fold it into 4 layers. Then on that line I'm going to mark my half of the shoulder measurement, followed by half of my armhole round measurement. Then when I am done, I'm going to mark from the shoulder line to the waist, which is going to be 16 inches in my case. Then I am going to mark from the waist to hip, which is going to be 8 inches also in my case. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the lines on the waistline. I am going to measure from waist to full length of the dress, which is going to be 24 inches. Okay, moving up to the chest line, I am going to implement 1/4 of bust round circumference plus 1.5 inch. Then I am going to extend the line to the waistline. Now on the hip line over here, I am also going to implement 1/4 of my hip round circumference plus 1.5 inch. This 1/2 inch is going to be for seam allowance. Now on the waistline, I am going to go in by 1 inch. This is to shape the dress. Then I am going to create all the points that I've marked from the chest to the waist, from the waist to the hip line. Moving along to creating the neckline, I'm first going to mark the back neckline. So on the shoulder, I'm going to first determine the width, which is going to be 3.5, then drop by 1.5 inch for the back neckline. On the same point on the shoulder line, I am going to mark 3 inches down, and this is going to be for the front neckline. Now moving on to creating the armhole round, I am going to mark 1 inch from the chest line. Then I am just going to create a curve. Then from that point of the armhole round, I am going to mark a center point. From that center point, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch going in. Then I'm just going to create a curve to connect to the point. To creating a shoulder slope, I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch, and then I am going to connect it to the neck width. Once we are done marking our dress, we want to go ahead and cut it out. And please note that when I'm cutting the neckline, I'm starting with the back neckline, separate the 2 layers, then go ahead and trim off the front neckline and also the front armhole. As for the sleeve, I do have a tutorial on my channel how to draft this butterfly sleeve, so I'll do post the video right on the screen so that you guys can check it out. Now over here, after I've cut out our dress, I want to go ahead and join the shoulders. And I'm going to do so using my 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once we're done sewing the shoulders, we want to go ahead and close the side seam. Over here guys, I do have my sleeves and I did cut 2 layers which are not really the same length, so I'm just going to place them together, then just sew around the circle so that they don't move around as I'm going to be attaching them onto the dress. So I'm going to go ahead and sew a stay stitch around the circle. And this is how they will look. So the next thing is to attach them onto the dress. So once we are done attaching the sleeve onto the dress, we want to go ahead now and hem around the sleeve by using 0.5 seam allowance. And guys, we are almost done with our dress. If you've reached this stage of the tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Over here, I've got my strip, which I did cut it out on a bias, and I am going to sew it around the neckline. As you can see, it's already attached onto the dress. The next thing we need to do is to mark the waistline. I am going to go ahead and highlight the waistline so that we can attach the elastic. So guys, I'm using just a regular elastic to attach it onto the waistline. And when you do sew this elastic, make sure that you pull it just enough so that it can sit comfortable around your waist. And also, I am going to set my machine on a zigzag stitch to attach the elastic. And so guys, this is how it turned out once we have attached the elastic. I'm going to go ahead now and attach the second layer of an elastic. And there we go guys, this is how it looks on the outside. The next thing that is left for us is to hem the bottom. Then I will show you how it looks on me.